Hi, I'm Cram, and today we're taking a look at MXGP, the official motocross video game. And this is the first opening moments as we'll just ride in and enter the fray.
The control system in MXGP allows you to manipulate the bike and the rider entirely independently of each other, giving you an unprecedented level of control. Regulate the lean angle of the bike with the left stick, use it to steer into corners and to find the most effective line through the corner. The right stick shifts the position of the rider on the seat, altering weight distribution and allowing you to pull off more complex maneuvers. Remember that every combination of these elements has different consequences for bike behavior, both in the air and on the ground. To learn how to make the most of these combinations, check out the other tutorials in the multimedia section in my MXGP. These videos will show you how to pull off the principal maneuvers of motocross, with essential tips to help you develop a precise and effective riding style.
Okay, we got it. Using the twin sticks to control.
The quickest way to slow down coming into a corner is to use the engine brake. But if you want more powerful braking, you can resort to the front brake. This will guarantee reduced stopping distance, but at the same time it requires greater lean precision to avoid compromising bike stability and the consequent risk of falling. While the rear brake may not be as powerful, it allows you to combine braking and leaning. This technique narrows the line through the corner significantly, and is particularly useful on tight corners. Use of the accelerator while cornering depends on the type of line the rider wishes to follow. On flat corners, a tight line through the corner with short bursts of acceleration is most effective. Banked corners allow a more open line through the corner, where you can accelerate decisively to take advantage of the outside edge of the track and gain speed coming out of the corner. In both cases, you can control bike oversteer by shifting rider weight forward with the right stick. Get as much practice as possible on each track, trying out different lines. This is the only way to work out what the ideal lines are for each corner.
Okay, so it feels a bit more complicated than your standard accelerate and braking. You've got dual stick control.
The first thing to know about jumps is that not all of them should be approached at full
and dual
throttle.
braking.
This is because jumping very high means spending more time in the air, making you lose precious seconds. In the case of single jumps, or jumps followed by a corner, you should carry out a controlled jump by releasing the accelerator just before you jump. This means your trajectory will be lower, guaranteeing rapid acceleration and full control of the bike. If you want to jump as far as possible, you should accelerate and pull the right stick back as you approach the top. This will shift the rider's weight onto the back wheel, and your jump will have a longer trajectory. This maneuver is particularly recommended for longer jumps, or to jump over more than one jump at a time. When you are faced with a series of jumps, try pulling a controlled wheelie. Pull the right stick back, and accelerate decisively to pull the front wheel up. This allows the rear shock absorbers to absorb the effects of the uneven ground. Remember that there is no definitive rule regarding how to best approach each jump, and it often depends on each rider's style. Only training and knowledge of the track will let you know what's best for your riding style.
Okay, I think we got it.
The best place to land is right after the top of the jump, where the shape of the ground mitigates the effects of the descent, stopping the rider from losing balance. In this phase, you should aim to hit the ground with both of the bike's wheels at the same time. There are various ways you can control the bike's pitch in the air. The simplest method is to shift the rider's weight in the seat using the right stick. You can also use the accelerator and the rear brake. Accelerating will tend to raise the front wheel, while putting on the rear brake will direct the front wheel downwards. Obviously, both techniques are effective, and the choice of which is better adapted to your riding style is up to you. The scrub is a maneuver aimed at minimizing the amount of time spent in the air, allowing the rider to start accelerating again as soon as possible. To perform a scrub, move both sticks in the direction you would like to scrub towards, causing a sharp sideways movement of rider and bike. The timing of the manoeuvre is essential in pulling off an effective scrub. Anticipate the movement too much and you risk falling or landing outside the track. Leave it too late and you'll just perform a simple whip. The ideal moment is just before the actual jump, when the wheels of the bike are about to lose touch with the ground. The better your timing of the scrub, the more linear your trajectory will be. Mastering the scrub can make a significant difference on the track, but obviously not all jumps can be taken on with this approach. You will have to use your riding experience to judge where and when scrubbing will be to your advantage. Before entering the world of MXGP, you can customize your appearance. You can alter your choices at any time in the My MXGP section.
You've got a nice choice of colours. Racing number, front style. Helmet. Okay, let's do it.
Welcome to MXGP. Choose a mode and prepare to hit the track.
So we've got Instant Race, Grand Prix, Championship, Career, Time Attack, Xbox Live. I think we'll go for the Career.
Experience all the thrills of a real-world championship rider in career mode. You'll begin by racing against young guns in MX2 before taking on the veteran riders of MX1. You'll have... The transfer windows display the teams who are interested in taking you on. You will begin by racing as a wildcard, and if you manage to make a good impression, you might be offered a contract as an official...
Okay, we go with the first one.
Before each weekend, your team will send you an email with the minimum points they expect you to get. It isn't just your reputation that depends on your results on the track, it's also your future in the team.
Got it. Let's give him hell. So I think I've got the basics from the tutorial.
In your headquarters, you can manage all your riding activities and rest when you aren't busy on the racetrack. In the locker, you can customize your clothing and choose which helmet to wear. The computer will keep you in touch with your team and your fans. You can use the calendar to access the next event. You can also check the championship standings on the television and read the official magazine to check up on all the latest developments in the world of MXGP.
Okay.
Before each weekend, a rider from your category will throw down the gauntlet for a rider challenge. If you manage to beat him, your fan base will grow.
Okay, just have a look at the options. 3 laps. So we just leave it at default settings for the time being. And we're going to jump in. Okay, let's do it.
When you're in the pit, you can follow the progress of the session on the monitors on your left, or customize your bike setup by speaking to the chief mechanic sitting by your side.
Let's do a quick practice run first. Not good at all. And those signs are solid. So that's really screwed up my time there. It's going to take a bit of getting used to this control. Use that rear brake. I'm not even going to attempt to do a scrub just yet. I'm not using the weight of the rider just yet. I messed up before. Whoa, that was a really tight turn there. Very sensitive. Ooh, little scrub there. that rear brake on that corner. Scrub. So remembering to keep my air time to a minimum by not accelerating on the bump. Good to see that that surface is getting churned up from the tyres. That's quite good. Not doing too badly now. Our position is 2 minutes 7. So I think if we can look at the leaderboard, we'll just finish this lap. Really be careful of the weight of the rider on the bike. Whoa, and that just nudged me off there. Losing valuable seconds. Not quite my best time. 2:07 is my best time so far. So return to the pit. We'll look at the session info. So we're actually 8th position. So we'll qualify now. And see how we go with that. So we've moved down to 9th. So we're about 3 seconds off the pace. So the main thing I've gathered from that is the sensitivity of the control coming over those jumps. You've really got to be careful. Over pushing the left stick can really oversteer your rider and cause you to come off. Obviously, those bumps, I mean, bumping into the hoardings and stuff is not a good idea. They don't just smash out the way. They put you to a complete stop, so you've really got to be careful. So now I've really got to try and get to about 2:05. Badly here, got to be careful. Oh no! That was ridiculous. I tried to shift the weight and it screwed me up. Oh dear, that was terrible. It's lost me valuable time. I thought I was doing pretty well on that run as well. Can I make it up? I'm not sure I will be able to. There, that corner there, you really got to be careful. No, not as good. Chasing after him here. Weight on the back wheel there. Whereas that corner there is pretty tight. That was a really bad corner there as well. And that one there is absolutely terrible. Bam! Oh no! Again, that same corner is absolutely terrible. The rider just seems to turn very sharply, but that was a really good time, 2:05. That's my best lap record so far. If I didn't mess up, then that would have been a good time. Luckily you don't get disqualified or penalised for coming off the track. I keep my weight on the back wheel here. Coming up to that deadly corner. Oh, much better. 2:01. So let's have a look at the, well, that view is pretty intense. Let's have a look at the, how we stand there, 2:01. Well, that puts us in first place, so I think we're pretty good to start the racing. I wonder if anyone would have overtaken us. No, they haven't. We're well ahead of the pack with 6 seconds ahead of the next rider. That's pretty cool. So we just need to get our composure together and we're good to go. But as you can see, simple mistakes can be made and they prove to be costly. Okay, let's do it. Where are we going to start? Well, hello there, Tiger. I mean, starting in the middle. I think we're going to go on the outside. You can do it, buddy. Come on. I think it's going to be quite hectic at the start. Well, hello. Right, let's do it. Well, that's given us a nice, comfortable starting position. I've got to be careful of that. Pushing too hard at the start. A bit too much air there. The worst thing that can happen is being bumped off by another rider. Really got to pay attention to my weight distribution. We've got 3 laps of madness. Scrubbing going on there as well. You're hot on my heels. One mistake and it's all over. That rear brake, keeping him on his back. Not really using that front brake at all here, just relying on that rear brake to carry me through those tight corners. Very smooth cornering. And that was a place where I was making the mistake before. So we're not doing too badly here now. almost come across. That weight distribution on the bike certainly does factor into how well you corner and land. If you push forward whilst you're in the air, you'll end up coming off and going over the handlebars as you land, so you've really got to nudge it lightly. Yeah, that wasn't bad. Keeping the right weight on the back wheel now as you're going over these humps. Easing on that throttle through that last bit there, because that's where I came off before. And that's quite a dastardly little jump. Right, full throttle in this last couple of corners. Tuck on the back brake. And we're finished! Woo! Easy peasy. And that was a good time, 1 minute 59 on the last lap. So 3 seconds ahead, beaten everybody. So that's the first race done. It's best of 2 races. So we're earning some good experience points here. So on to the next leg of the race. So I should have really seen who my next competitor was. I think I could look at the standings. Right, Ferris is the guy to look out for, the Australian and the French Coldenhoff, who's third in both. Who's third, yes. Obviously my teammate Monticelli is 16th, so I've well beaten him. So let's go. Race number 2. Can we do it? Can we keep the composure? I'm going to start in the same position. Now we're off. And we've come off at the first corner. That's really bad. See, the problem with being tightly in the pack means that you're going to get mashed up by the other riders, and they're really now putting on the pressure. So I've just got to keep my composure, not push too hard, and that's when you make too many mistakes. Just keep. There's Coldenhoff. He's the man to beat. Look how quickly I gained on him by using my weight distribution there on the back wheel over those humps. Whoa, a bit of dangerous driving. Whoa, a bit too much there on the back wheel. So we're in a good position here. The race has only just started. So There's no need to push myself too hard and cause an accident or have a mistake that costs me the race. Just keep my composure. I should be able to take this guy, no sweat. Oh, too much air there. Really battling it out there for... Oh, almost come off there. Really pushing the rider too hard at the moment. Right, so while I'm in first place, while I'm riding, while I'm in the lead here, let's bit of opinion about this game. I actually think it's pretty cool. I like the fact that you're having to focus on weight distribution of the rider on the bike, as well as the position of the bike itself. That's quite a unique spin on the racing, as you've demonstrated just there, leaning back on the back wheel. As I said before, I like the fact that the circuit is getting churned up from all the riders' tyres. Whether that affects your racing line, I don't know, but whoa, whoa, that's a really bad corner there. Showing off a bit there with the scrubbing, almost come a cropper. It's the final lap, shouldn't mess it up here. Should be a clean victory. Whoa! And someone's overtaken. Taking it a bit too easy there. I don't want to push too hard. If I get second place, that's fine. Kind of messed up a bit there. He's really putting on the pressure here and now. Oh, he had loads of height there. Can I hold on for this last? And he's done it! 2 first place victories. Cemented myself as the one to beat in this championship. So that was pretty cool. So I've unlocked quite a lot of achievements, as you've probably noticed.
At the end of each race, your fan base will grow depending upon your position at the finish line, increasing the chances of attracting attention from bigger teams.
All right, Rob Cram. Man hug. All right, easy. Calm down. Calm down. Yeah. Woo. Okay, well, I think that gives you a good idea of the basics of the game. Yeah, of course, it's good work. Do we stay with our current... We'll sign with the Honda team. And we'll head back to base to see the fallout of that race. So what we can look at now is the magazine. No. At the computer. And see the social feeds. What are people saying? Yeah, not bad. Check those emails. And our team interest. So they're taking an interest. Obviously, more times we get first place finishes. Okay, well that gives you an idea of the game, which is MXGP, the official motocross video game, out now on Xbox 360 and I assume PS3 as well. We're playing the Xbox 360 version, obviously. Thanks for watching.